Good morning, children. Today we are going to start off with another new topic from your grammar book. So I will just request you to please open your grammar books to page number 17. We are going to do interrogative sentences, and this is the page. Right, page number 17, interrogative sentences. So first, before we start off, we need to know what is an interrogative sentence. What does it mean? Right. So I'll just tell you what does it mean. When somebody asks you, what is your name? What do you say? So he's asking a question, right? And you answer that. But he's asking a question, right? So he's interrogating. He's asking. So that's what it means. Interrogation. And when we have a sentence, when we have a question, and at the end of the question we have a question mark, that's an interrogative sentence, right? I'm going to explain it in details to you right now. So, just state it. Look at the book. Exercise A. Read the following sentences. So let's see. This is a book. So it's written, this is a book. So if we write, this is a book, which means that we are just stating something, we are saying something, or it's like we are expressing something to someone, right? So it is a statement. What is it? A statement. When this statement becomes a question, that is an interrogative sentence. Like, I'll just tell you. So if this is a statement column where we have this sentence, this is a book. Now if this you ask as a sentence, how do you transfer this as a sentence? This is a book. So is this a book? Is this a book? You ask this question. So, and whenever we ask a question, it is the rule that we have to put a question mark at the end of the sentence, right? Like we put a full stop here. So we put a question mark. So question. So this becomes a sentence. What does it become? A sentence. Is this a book? Becomes a sentence. Sorry.
So I have put it here. Now this is a statement and this is a question, right? The statement you have to transform into a question. Okay. So what is the statement? Whatever we express and whatever we say, हम लोग जो बोलते हैं, है ना? That is a statement. और हम लोग जब पूछते हैं, when we ask somebody something, that is a question, right? So it's very simple basically. And let's read the sentences which are in the book. Number 2. They are neighbors. Were they neighbors? See, questions. You can lift this box. Can you lift this box? You will go tomorrow. She will go tomorrow. Will she go tomorrow? So, the statement becomes a question. And I told you the rule is very simple. You have to put a what? Question mark at the end, right? when you are asking somebody a question or whatever. Now, let's see a few more sentences which I am going to give you. She was playing. This is a statement. How will it become a question? Was she playing? Yes. Was she playing? With a question mark. This becomes a question, which is a statement and a question. Right? Am I clear? Now, what are we going to do is, we will rub this and we are going to learn a little more about interrogative sentences. Now children, a very simple thing is a statement. I just told you what is a statement and a question, right? So a statement, always remember, we can also call it an assertive sentence. What? Right? A statement can also be called as an assertive sentence. And a question can also be called as an interrogative sentence. Right, children? Am I clear? So first we have learned statement and question. Now the statement can also be called as an assertive sentence. Question can also be called as an interrogative sentence. Clear? It is very simple, right? So now we are going to see what is an assertive sentence and what is an interrogative sentence. So let's make two columns. Assertive sentence. In sentences, we are going to do more than one. Let's make a line and interrogative sentences. Sentences. Right? Now, let's read. See, page number 17B, right? We are going to read this. So, read the following sentences. What are they? She is reading poetry. This is an assertive sentence. She is reading poetry, which is a statement. She's expressing herself. So it is a statement. वो बोल रही है. Here, is she reading poetry? This becomes a question. So it is an interrogative sentence. Clear? Okay. So he is going for a swim. See, assertive sentence mein. He is going for a swim. Now, in interrogative sentence, is he going for a swim? She's asking, is he going for a swim? They are playing tennis. Just expressing and saying a statement. Are they playing tennis? This is a question they are asking. So, it's an interrogative sentence. They are laughing. So, this is a statement. So, it's a an assertive sentence. Were they playing? Yes. Sorry, were they laughing? Yes. This is a question, right? You are suffering from fever. This is a statement. So it's an assertive sentence. Are you suffering from fever? He's asking. So it's an interrogative sentence. So children, these were all examples of assertive sentences and interrogative sentences. The difference. Okay. So when it's a statement, it is an assertive sentence, and when it is a question, it's an interrogative sentences. Right? Children, one more rule which is there in the book. It's a little bit confusing, but I'm going to still tell it to you so that it's easier when you are reading the book. Okay. Now see, page number 17, last, towards the last, after B, the sentences which we read, it's written, the interrogative sentence in present continuous and past continuous tense is formed with. What is the meaning of present continuous and past continuous? Okay, let me write. Present continuous. And past continuous. What does it mean? Who can tell me? Okay. Who can tell me? What does it mean? Means, okay, children, we have not, you must have learnt tense last year or so. This year I have not taught you though. But this is a simple concept which I will let you know, and tense later on we are going to do it in detail. Okay. So what is the meaning of present? Present means now, right? And in a sentence, how do we identify present? अभी हो रहा है जो, वो present है, ठीक है? वो कैसे identify होगा? जब sentence में is आएगा. Okay, is, are, is मतलब for singular, are मतलब for plural, and, okay, ये present में. And what is for the past? Past में, sentence में when we have to write the past, past means जो हो चुका है already. It's already happened. Was, were. Clear? Okay. So now, with this, what do we have? A subject. In a sentence, we know that there is always a subject in the sentence. Right? So with this we have a subject. Even in this we have a subject. Past. Subject is always very important. Okay. Now what we have? The present participle. What does that mean? Present participle. It's a big term. No need to remember this. Just remember the rule that is, are, these are all what? Helping verbs. You have to identify first that. Okay? When you are changing into a question. A statement changes into a question. Okay, this. Then the subject. Subject means what? Raj, Seema. If there is a name. If there is no name, he, she, they. Okay. If there is, suppose, my mother, my sister. I told you this subject and predicate we have already done. So this is subject. Subject is very important. So subject will always be there. Then you have to see which one is the main verb. Suppose which one is the main verb? I will just give you the example. He is laughing. Right? Is laughing. Okay? Is the helping verb which is already here. Clear? Is the helping verb which is already here. Now see, look at this. He is the subject which is already here. Now laughing. What is laughing? It's a verb. That is the main verb, laughing, right? But we have added ing. So then it becomes continuous. So present continuous with a verb. With a verb, main verb. When we add what? ing, this becomes continuous. Clear? See, even here, he is laughing. He was laughing. So this becomes past. This is present, that's why is. This is past, that's why was laughing. So what happens? See, was is already there, and now verb plus ing becomes continuous. And how becomes past? Was with was. How this becomes present? With is. Clear? Now this is the simplest way I can explain to you. If you are confused, get back to me. I will explain it again to you. Okay? Please let me know. Alright. So you understood? He is laughing. He was laughing. So this is present, past. When you have to write present, you write is, are. When you write past, you write he was. Okay? So this was the concept, right? Now, simply what are we going to do? We are going to do this exercise. B. Change the page. Open page number 16 and we are going to do B. Sorry, A. Page number 18. I'm so sorry. Page number 18, A. This is, yeah, this one. This page. Page number 18, A we are going to do. Let's start off. Take out your notebooks, children, because the place here is very small, so you will not be able to write the sentences here. So do exercise A in your notebook, right? So let's start off. A. One, right? She is an excellent cook. Let's write. You write interrogative sentences on top, first page, and then start off with A1. She is an excellent cook. Right? So what's the answer? You have to change this into a an interrogative sentence, right? So how do you do that? I told you first you have to identify your helping verb. Which one is that? Is. So you start your question with is. Is she an excellent cook? And then what is the rule, children? Put a question mark. Yes. Right? Now number 2. They were in complete agreement. They were in complete agreement. They were in complete agreement. They were in. Please start writing so that you can finish it on time. They were in complete agreement. This is the statement. And what is the answer? How do you change it? I told you have to identify the helping verb. Which one is that? Were. So you start your sentence with were. Were they in complete agreement? Question. So children, see, were they in complete agreement? This is the subject. You start with this and what happens? See, they, the subject, then this is, and then in complete agreement. Right? Number 3, they were famous advocates. They were famous advocates. Answer. So we start with were. Were they famous advocates? Were they famous advocates? Right, number 3. So now number 4, what do we have? He often advises her. He often, children, when you pronounce this word often, you will see it is the spelling is O-F-T-E-N, but we do not pronounce T. It's silent. T is silent. So we say often, right? So he often advises him. What will be the question? How will you do it? Answer. Here you have to add does, because it's a different kind of a question. So you add does. Does he often advise him? Question mark. Right? Now I'm going to give you 2 minutes for you to write it down quickly. Okay? Right, children? Let's rub the board. Quickly finish. Right. 4 we have done. 5. The bus arrived late. The bus arrived late. So, how will you make it a question? Did the bus arrive late? Question mark. Okay. Number 6. They were invited to the wedding. So what do you write? They were invited to the wedding. Number 6. Two. The wedding. It's a statement. How will you change it to a question or interrogative sentence? I told you, were they invited? Sorry. Were they invited to the wedding? Question mark. Number 7. He was carrying a suitcase. He was carrying a suitcase. This is a statement. He was carrying a suitcase. What will it become now? How will you change it into a question or interrogative sentence? First, you have to identify the helping verb. Was. So the sentence starts with, was he carrying a suitcase? Question mark. Right? So I'm going to give you some time. Finish this off and then we will go to number 8. Right, children? So I'm sure you've done it. You
can take a screenshot of this and do it later as well. So, just rub the board and we will do number 8. The soldiers were fighting bravely. Number 8. Soldiers were fighting bravely. Okay. So how do you change it into an interrogative sentence? Told you verb, the helping verb. Were the soldiers fighting bravely? Question mark. Please read the sentence and the question properly. Next, number 9. She was writing legibly. She was writing legibly. So, what is the sentence? She was writing legibly. I told you to identify it was. Was she writing? Legibly. Legibly. Number 10. They were living alone. They were living alone. Number 10. Answer. Identify this. Were they living alone? You ask a question. It's a question, right? So these are the answers for your exercise A. Please write it down. I'll give you some time. Do the next exercise. Right, so I'm rubbing the board. Or let B, I can write the answers here for B. So B 1. Page number 18, B1. Where dash they usually play basketball? In the sports hall. So you have to choose from these 4 options: do, does, are and is. Do, does, are and is. So which one is the answer? Where do